Hey, welcome to another one of my videos. Today, you find me in Independence Square next to actually one of my most favorite statues. And let me tell you a little bit of the story off camera because it's a very long story.
Kyiv, or Kiev, as most of us have become accustomed to, is the largest city and the capital of Ukraine. And it is my hope that next time I visit this statue still is in Independence Square. As I'm accustomed to saying the word Kiev, I will just keep using the word Kiev. The correct way, since the Russian invasion and since Ukrainian has become the dominant language in Ukraine, even though Russian for so long was the dominant language in Kiev, or Kyiv, it is the reason the word has changed. The capital officially celebrates its founding year in 482. That is 1,000 years before Christopher Columbus discovered the Americas. 1,000 years! 482 Kyiv was established, although the city may date back at least another 2,000 years, and then some, I think. Archaeologists date the site of the oldest known settlements in the area to 25,000 years BC. And then it probably goes back even further, because when you go back that far, not much is remaining. Bone turns to dust and objects just vanish.
All we are is dust in the wind, dude.
Let's talk about this statue and who these three brothers were. And the lady, if you notice the lady. Legend states that the three brothers, Kyiv, Shchek, Khoryv, it's spelled with a K but you say it as Khoryv, and their sister Lybid founded the city. Kiev thus takes its name from Kyiv, the eldest brother. According to the primary chronicle, they founded the medieval city of Kiev, which eventually became the capital of the Kievan Rus and present-day Ukraine. There is, however, no precise and historically established information about the rule of Kyiv and the establishment of the city of Kiev. But let's go on what we know. In the primary chronicle, which is traditionally believed to have been written by a monk of the Kyiv cave monastery, which I think I feature in my Englishman in Kyiv video, who went by the name of Nestor and finished writing it in 1113. A special place is held by the legend about the foundation of Kyiv by the three brothers. In the legend, Nestor places those brothers on various hills of Kyiv. Geographically, Old Kyiv is located on the higher right bank of the Dnieper, which is an extension of the Dnieper upland where remnants of the church and the Thieves are located. The higher right bank is pretty much where we are, and if you watch my videos from Madin Square all the way down to Podil, you'll see how the hill, well basically as you go down to Podil, the hill goes lower and lower. The chronicle argues that Kyiv was a prince and a great warrior, who with his great army marched on to Constantinople and received great honours from the emperor. During his expedition to Constantinople, Kyiv also found the city of Kyiv. The infamous monk Nestor also names that the approximate date of the assault of Kyiv by the Khazar Empire as after the death of Kyiv, which confirms the hypothesis of Boris Rabakov in his chronicle. Nestor does not indicate the date of Kyiv's death, nor the existence or absence of his heirs who continued to rule after his death. The chronicle does mention a meeting between local residents with the arrival of Askold and Dur, who asked them, referring to Kyiv, whose city it was, and received the answer that the three brothers who built it were long dead, and the residents now paid tribute to the Khazars. However, a Polish historian drew attention to the Przemysl chronicle that asserts after the death of Kyiv, Shchek, Khoryv, their children and grandchildren who descended from them by direct lineage ruled for many, many years. For before the time of these brothers, there were already Polynesians, and each one lived with his families on his own lands, ruling over the kinsfolk. There were three brothers, Kyiv, Shchek, Khoryv, and their sister named Lybid. Kyiv lived upon the hill where the Boryshev trail now is, and Shchek dwelt upon the hill named as Shchek, while the third resided on Khoryv, after whom his hill is named Khoryvitsa. They built a town and named it Kyiv after the eldest brother. Around the town lay a dense wood, mostly of great pines, and in this great pine forest they used it to catch wild beasts. These men were wise and prudent. They were called Polynesians, and there the Polynesians have descended from them, living in Kyiv to this day. The exact century of the city's foundation has not been determined. Legend has it that Saint Andrew, 60 to 70 AD, prophesied the emergence of a great city on the future location of Kyiv. He was allegedly fascinated by the spectacular location on the hilly shores of the Dnieper River. The city is thought to have existed as early as the 6th century, initially as a Slavic settlement, gradually acquiring eminence as the center of East Slavic civilization. Kyiv reached its golden age as the center of the Kievan Rus in the 10th and the 12th centuries.
Anyway, thank you for watching. If you like this content, click the subscribe button, click the like button, and I will see you in the next video. Until next time, keep progressing, and hail to the mighty Kyiv. Until next time.